why you gotta bully people? Boy, why you bullying that man? Why y'all gotta tear somebody down? Why y'all acting like that? That ain't cool. But look, I'm still gonna speak nice words to you, okay? And for some, I know you've been bullied. You're like, they don't need that. Some bullies have made me miserable. But I'm a believer, especially with this channel, everyone deserves kindness. And it's not even really about deserving. We're entitled to it, okay? They are people who I feel are victims. Somewhere along the line, somebody failed you. Somebody did not push the message that you're enough. Somebody may have even pushed the message that this is what love looks like. I talk about you, now you talk about them. That is not good. That keeps you in a place of victimhood where what you desire, you tear down in a person. You don't think you can have it. You don't think you deserve it or you can even achieve it. You don't even think you have the choice to say, let me think about why what they do makes me feel threatened. You deserve it. You deserve it. You want to be slim? Be slim. You want to be obese? Be obese. I don't condone that on my channel now, but I am going to say, if it's your truth, I'm not, who, you got to figure that out. Not for me to, not for that. Point is, do not strip another person because you are running on empty. Do not pull away from a person's full cup because you barely have a sip in yours. You deserve it too, but you're not going to get it if you're too busy focused on pulling from them. You should be pouring into you. You should not make comments that are in any way confusing, any way demeaning, any way belittling to another human being. Why are you doing that? What's your end goal here? Give flowers. We are already in a world where people expect perfection, don't want to own mistakes. People are conditionally loving. The world is telling us what we're not, what we should be. Give flowers. Give flowers. I give flowers. And it's not, but I also have told y'all a story time where I did bully in middle school. And not from a place of I want to be mean, but from a place of just, I guess you could say, insecurity, making sure I don't become a target. People bullying, I'm not going to get caught in that, so I'm going to join in. But years later, I apologized to that girl. Nobody had to prompt me because that's not who God called me to be. And that's not who God called any of us to be. You are not supposed to be a bully. And if someone has ever said you're a mean girl, you're a bully, you're making comments that make me feel this way or da da da, you need to think about it and not brush it off, because keeping it hidden isn't healing you. You need to go through it. You need to have radical honesty with yourself. Did I say that from a place of insecurity? Did I say that because I might have been threatened? Did I say that because I feel intimidated? Did I say that because my circumstances has made me that way? Whatever the case is, do better. And I say that with love. Do better. Do better. Be honest about it. If you don't want to tell them you felt that way about them, that's cool. But you got to stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. You got to work on that. You can't just sit up here and keep being that way. And honestly, it'd probably be better if you didn't tell them. Some people will hear that and they think you'll never change. Some people won't. I feel like I try to be understanding of even the negative emotions or feelings because I believe in humanity. I'm not the type to where if you say, I was jealous of you, you're evil, you're bad, never again. I will want to know why, what happened, and if I see you really feel bad about it, the honesty in itself is like you're trying to reveal it, you know? Some people will hide right in your face. Be thankful that some people are honest. Do not condemn and shame them for that. But that's going somewhere else. I am sorry that no one told you you're enough. I am sorry that no one just poured that love onto you. But not even the people who weren't bullied, they didn't always get the love they needed. But you made a choice. Somewhere in your mind, you decided, I can't deal with these negative feelings, so I'm going to cope by pulling someone else down with me. That is not fair. That is not reasonable. And you're going to stay stuck. And in the end, it might look like, oh, I got to take some of their smile down, or maybe they even stopped showing up as bright. But guess what? Now you're both dim stars. What did you get from that? You rather dim another star than maybe to reflect and say, do I want that for myself? I want to shine bright too. Why do that? Why do that to another person? Let a person shine. You can shine too. You deserve to. And it's not about really deserving, you know? Because I think people get caught up in deserving. Like, what have I done to have a reason to wear all this? It doesn't matter. Do you want to? Do you like it? Do it. And whoever judges you or pulls you down for that, that's not about you. And it does sting. I'm not gonna sit here and say it might not sting you sometimes, but if you know you're a bully, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Even if you might hurt them a little bit, it always backfire. It'll backfire because in the end, when they sit down or if they have awareness, they'll be like, you know what? I just was showing up how I wanted to, and I didn't do anything intentionally to hurt anybody. It's gonna look bad on you. For me, when a person bullies me, yeah, it kind of hurts because I just want to be me. I want to do I'm doing me. I'm not doing nothing to you. You don't do anything to me. But in the end, I end up looking at them like, you are insecure. You are struggling. I'm not looking at you like, oh, they're the better because they told me. I'm looking at you from the eyes of, this person is weak. And not weak like, you're weak, pathetic, like weak like you need to heal. You're fragile. That's fragility. That's fragility. Um, but anywho, y'all, if you're dealing with a bully, I'm not by any means excusing their behavior. Nobody needs to be being bullied. This is not me saying, oh, be around them more and have sympathy. No, boundaries, boundaries. You can understand it because I can understand why a person might bully somebody. I can understand why a person might make a slick comment. I can understand it, but does that mean I'm going to sit around and be victimized over and over and over? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This channel is about kindness. This channel is also about truth. And a lot of people don't like difficult conversations, but if I care about you enough, I'm going to tell you. And if you choose to make excuses, you don't want to own it, you're not a safe person in my eyes, and I want y'all to move the same. You can understand why a person does something, but that does not mean they need to have access to you. They need to be around you. No, let them stay where they want to be. Y'all stay safe. Um, Make sure you heal. Do the internal work. Be honest with yourself and others. And most of all, try your best to practice kindness. This world is really losing that aspect. Even for me, trying to practice these words of kindness, it's not a super strength, but I know we need it in the world we live in now. So if you've still been here, thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all in my next video.